You've transcended to another level of attractiveness that I don't think you're used to being at. Or maybe if you like fell off and you had a glow up or you returned to your prime or whatever, however you want to phrase it, it's like whenever you looked this good before, your mindset was not a match for it, so you weren't actually able to like I don't want to say like take advantage of it, or you weren't able to perceive yourself accurately at the time, okay? But for some of you, it is like the first time in your life that you've been this like attractive, and it's more than just like physical appearance, because the beauty that you've established within is sort of, projecting itself outwardly. Some of you could have done glamour magic or but, just like lighting candles and doing spells is not enough. I think the assumption is that you do glamour spells to sort of like match a mindset and become somebody internally who does certain things that allow them to glow up on the outside. And also, it allows you to like exude more self confidence naturally, which is also something that, is attractive. Okay. But it's giving that like you've become so hot that it makes people nervous, and you may not be used to being that person who makes people so nervous by how you look, especially like people can act weird towards you in different ways, obviously, but I'm getting that like you may notice people acting weird towards you in a certain way, and it's because like again you are making them feel shy. And it's even giving that like people that an older version of you would have perceived as either out of your league or like, your exact type, or I don't know, like 10 out of 10 if you want to say it that way or whatever. Just people that you perceive as extremely attractive, like you even make them nervous. It's like a weird sort of switch in the energy, to where, you could have been somebody who's more accustomed to being like the yearner, or like I don't know, some of you may resonate with being like a fangirling type of energy, right? But it's giving that like again, people that you would have theoretically fangirled over in the past, or even like simp for if you're a guy, it's like they are like in that energy for you, and I think that you never thought this would actually happen. Okay. But yeah, it's giving the energy of people stuttering or lowering their eyes when they pass you. So I don't know. It's just like I'm seeing like someone walking on a path, okay? And so there's people in front of you, and that person may just like be greeting everybody, okay? Like regardless of demographic. Like they're not being prejudiced, okay? Like they're just like greeting everybody and they're smiling, but then when they pass you, they like look down at the ground, and it's almost like, you know what I mean? They're doing that because you like hold on. It's like this weird sense of how people perceive you as so attractive that like even looking at you in the eyes is like ogling you, how people are overly cautious. Like it gives a sense of like, and I don't know, it's not really like the nicest way to phrase it or whatever, but like um I'm seeing like a guy who, he has no problem um like being friends with or being nice to or opening the door for like women that he perceives as like not his type or not that attractive, okay? Right? Like he has no problem talking to them or interacting with them, but when it comes to somebody who's like he's like actually attracted to, like say this person has a girlfriend, right? So he sees no problem doing all like being still like nice and polite to girls that he's not attracted to, right? But then when it comes to somebody who's like actually like really beautiful to him, then he just pretends she doesn't exist, and just like I'm seeing somebody like literally like turning their head away and it's like in a really dramatic way to avoid even looking at somebody, you know? So it's giving that like you could have, I don't know, I just keep hearing this like you've become so attractive that it's to the point where people who are in a relationship at the time and they see you, they feel like they literally have to like turn away. Like they have to like not even look at you at all. You know what I mean? Whereas they have no problem looking at anybody else. Like they feel like they're betraying their partner just by like looking at you. Earlier I was channeling Hey Mickey, but the one with Baby Tate, I think, and Saweetie. Um Taurus and Capricorn energy could be significant, okay? But also people could be like questioning your sexuality in a way to where it's kind of silly. I don't know. I was hearing that like if you're a masculine, you could be so put together that some people may question, if you're like attracted to women or something like that. Um, like that's not, I don't think that like, uh whatever. But that's kind of the energy, is that people may be like, "Oh no, he's too put together or whatever. Like he dresses too nice or he takes too good care of himself," which if somebody honestly feels that way, then, they're not for you anyway, cuz like why are people thinking that? It's stupid. But yeah, it's just or people could be questioning your sexuality because they're curious if you would be like interested in them. Um and I'm not gonna like overgeneralize because this collective could be pretty vast or whatever. But I'm getting that for a lot of the collective, or for some of you, it could be just like you don't really like care too much about somebody's gender, as long as you more just like want your person, regardless of like who they are. Okay. Also, I'm getting that some of you could be in a connection of some sort with somebody, and you could have like glowed up while in the midst of this connection to where it like makes them feel some sense of urgency. Like, honestly, you guys could be leveling up physically, or to the point where it's making the person like somebody, I don't know, somebody like making exceptions for you, somebody like showing up in an energy that they've never showed up for with anybody else that they've been with or dealt with in the past, because they like see your value and see your worth to the point where they like, I don't know, you could give them no reason to fear losing you or anything like that, but it's like you bring out a possessive, jealous side of somebody who is usually sort of like apathetic in their connections because they just never really cared that much. And they're having this like dawning realization of like, oh, I never actually cared that much because this is my person. And I was like waiting to like give a shit until they came into my life. Now I can't mess this up. Like, um, seeing like from Shameless, when Carl is like kind of like chasing after Dominique, like that girl and stuff like that, and he you know, starts to like spoil her or whatever, and like he like gets her a mean coat or whatever, and like make sure that he has the receipt to show he didn't steal it or whatever. It's just like the energy of somebody going out of their way to do like extra shit that is out of character for them, um, to try to get you to be impressed with them. And I don't know. I'm getting to like, if people are doing this who are not a match for you, it kind of comes off as like kind of like painful for you, or you almost like feel embarrassed or bad for them, because I'm also getting the sense of like some people who want to be useful to you in some way. This is weird. It could even be like exes who want to feel like they still have some place in your life. So like maybe they perceive themselves to have some like skill or talent. Like say for example, they like are good with cars, right? So then they see you leveled up in some way, or like you look good. And so then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, do you want me to come and like check your car just to be nice?" It is giving like, oh, they want to hang with a bad bee or whatever. Like they literally just want to be seen with you, even if they know you would never take them back. But if it's not an ex, it is kind of giving that like some people kind of know that they don't have a chance with you, but they literally just want to be useful to you in some way, just to be in proximity to you. Okay, like just be careful, because not everybody has the best intentions, but it is giving like it's also giving, I don't know, I keep seeing that some of you are in a connection with somebody already, and like they already valued you very intensely, but now you're starting to look even better than you already did. So like, I don't know, somebody can always put in more effort. You know what I mean? You can always do more, right? And so it's like something about how good you look. This person has become aware of the fact that you could basically pull anybody that you want. So they are just trying to go out of their way to make sure that you always, like, no matter how who approaches you, right? Like it doesn't matter if like your celebrity crush would approach you, you would still choose this person because you know that they like treat you so well and would do anything for you. And I think this is somebody who like has seen themselves as a prize in the past, so they've never felt the need to show up like this in a connection before. But for you, yes, they're going all out so that you see them as like your best option. Like not in a toxic way, but like they just want you to pick them.